Time for some history, dog.
Oh, we got part 2 already.
Part 2 in is what we're doing.
You know what I mean?
Just couldn't stay away from the fucking Crusades, man.
We've had a couple of events since then.
Yeah.
Little couple of weeks of other history subjects, but we're all going to come back. Always going to come
We're
back.
back at it.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine our first Crusader episode compared to these ones.
What do you mean?
We weren't very good historians back then.
We didn't do it. We've never done. Oh, what? The two episodes ago.
No, the Crusader episode that we did.
Oh, the Knights Templar episode we did.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That was more like a conspiracy one. That was pretty good.
I quite like that one though.
And the more you learn,
because we traversed like such a large century because they were around for a while.
Yeah.
We went from we started with their beginnings and went to their fall. Didn't they?
Yeah, true. That was a broad one.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of feel like they deserve it. I was kind of sticking up for them then, but they're such disorganised, pillaging bastards. Or maybe burn them at the stake.
They weren't about in the First Crusade. It was the Second Crusade that they came about.
Oh, yeah.
They're not about in this first one.
That Pope I talked about in the last episode, his birthday.
Yeah.
He signed off on the Knights Templar as a military exercise.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah, so if you remember, they all went around on a little European tour trying to get cash for it.
Yeah, fundraising.
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to episode 4, Last Knights Templar.
Yeah, boy.
I'm guessing it was episode 4. I can't guarantee that.
He's down there somewhere. It's early days.
Yeah, you are getting bars.
Yeah, I was just holding my mic really further and further away. Doppler.
So, what we're going with this week, on the part 2 of the Crusades of the date that I've got, I'm going with, in March, we haven't been given an exact date, right? The historians ain't given us an exact date, but they've just told us that in March, all of the geezers finally met up at the Siege of Acre.
Yeah.
So the Siege of Acre on their way to Jerusalem, stopped off in a little town.
Yeah, just gone from Antioch on the way to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Forget all the atrocities. Straight into something cool.
So I found all of the boys got together there in March after Antioch, before Jerusalem. So I decided, I think that's a good little stepping point, a good little history date for part 2.
It's definitely March 3rd.
We're just going to say March 3rd because fuck calendars, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Refer to our Julian calendar episode.
Yeah.
You'll understand why it's so wild.
Yeah.
Trying to pick a date.
And why we just come to the idea of, fuck calendars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing's about calendars and we hate them.
Yeah. The whole podcast is just about the hate of calendars.
I hate them because there's like, I'll pay your bill today. Oh, fuck, rip that page off.
I hate them because the missus is like, remember we're doing that thing today? And I'm like, no. And she goes, I've written on a calendar.
Yeah, fuck.
And I go, fuck.
There's a paper trail now. It's not just that type of thing you can remember and forget.
So what are you going to give us for birthdays for the 3rd of March, bruv?
Well, in keeping with last time's thing, we had some pretty good Christians throughout history.
We did.
This guy is like, don't know how to say it. He's not really a Renaissance man, though. He was a poet.
Yeah.
Edward Herbert, the first Baron Herbert of Cherbury.
Okay.
He's a diplomat, theologian, philosopher, historian, diplomat, poet. I put diplomat twice. And he's the first English deist.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. And he's described by Jonathan Willigore.
I don't mind a bit of deism.
It's just like, I think, because when in the 1500s they kind of opened up Christianity with the Protestant shit. Yeah. You can have your own interpretation, and it's not all in Latin anymore.
Yeah, I think I remember reading a bit of deism and being like, you know what, actually, I think it's a bit me. I think it's one of those ones where it's on my side, my theory, where it's like, yeah, Jesus was about, he may not have had magical powers, but he was a pretty cool dude.
Heresy! No, he's the son of God.
Like
Mary is the mother of God.
He's got to have like you got to be a cool dude to be appearing in Roman times, being like, guys, chill out.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just be cool.
Just rocking it, because everyone else was doing it. John the Baptist and that. What made Jesus so special? Miracles, being the embodiment of God.
Do you know the earliest ever recording of Jesus? It's like the earliest ever artifact we found to do with Jesus, which mentions him. Yeah, refers to him as
donkey, innit?
No, it refers to him as Jesus the magician.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's it's a graffiti, and it's taking the piss out of another Roman soldier who found Christianity.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a donkey on a cross, and it's like, oh, look at Julius worshipping his God.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's like scratched into a wall or something.
That's a wild one. Yeah, no, this one's like a bit of pottery that's been dated somewhere between the dates of 200 BC and 200 AD. They just said in that region.
Oh, well.
And it's a piece of pottery with inscribed on it either the magician Jesus or Jesus the magician. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, fuck those guys. Anyway, this Edward Herbert, he wrote a book that's quite significant in deism, the De Veritate. It's a proper long Latin name, like all the books were back then, but it means the truth as it is distinguished from revelation, the probable, the possible, and the false. But Joseph Willigore described him as the most pious of the English deists.
Okay.
Because he believed God answered his prayers with sign. He'd pray all day and wait for a sign. Like, to publish that book, he was like, shall I publish it, shall I not? And he heard like a really nice sound in the air, and he was like, yeah, that's God saying
heard
yes.
Little bells, heard a little quick save.
Oh, yeah. Talking of little bells and sounds in the air.
Go on.
Alexander Graham Bell's birthday.
No way, Mr. Telephone Geezer.
Yeah, yes. The telephone man. Bring, bring. Ahoy, hoy.
Go on. Cheers for the internet, bruv.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I mean?
He made it all possible. But yeah, in 1880, Yosuke Matsuoka is born as well.
Oh, okay.
He's the Japanese diplomat, 1941, I think.
Is he the geezer who gets linked up?
No, that would be cool. He's the Minister for Foreign Affairs. And he gave that defiant speech at the League of Nations.
Oh, shit.
And he's the architect of the Tripartite Act and the Soviet-Japanese Neutrality Pact.
Shout out to the Pearl Harbor episode, then.
Yeah. He's a Pearl Harbor type of guy.
Yeah.
And then, this is a fun one, 1882, Charles Ponzi.
Yeah, Ponzi
He's just
scheme.
like a fucking hustler and a swindler. That's where Ponzi scheme comes from.
Nice.
And the picture of him sick. He's got a straw hat and a little cane and that. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
He's straight from a Charles Dickens, not Charles Dickens. What's his name? Matey, I've got an article on him right behind me. You got me for Christmas.
It's not Mark Twain. It's the other one.
It is Mark Twain.
Is it Mark Twain?
Yeah, it is Mark Twain. He's straight from a Mark Twain novel.
I can't think of the other one now. That's annoying me. There's only two American writers. Yeah, Hemingway. Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah.
And then we got fucking Lenny and George as well. That guy was all right.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, that's true.
He was pretty good. There's three American writers.
Steinbeck, is that?
Yeah, Steinbeck. John Steinbeck. But another birthday, Archbishop Damaskinos Papandreou. I'm not good with Greek names. But he's an Orthodox. I thought it'd be in keeping.
Nice.
But he was the regent of Greece after Nazi occupation and between the civil wars and stuff. And he's the guy that gave the throne back to George II.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, so he's like just based as fuck. Orthodox in one out, big black hat.
Yeah.
I'll take Greece, give it straight back. Because that's how fucking...
It's just a nice guy like that.
Yeah. And
he's fighting Nazis, so you know what I mean, in Greece.
Yeah. Well, last Crusade episode, we had some country legends.
Yeah, we did.
So this birthday is Doc Watson.
Oh yeah, nice.
1923.
Nice.
Banjo Supreme, Mr. Bluegrass.
King himself.
And pretty good athlete, right?
Yeah.
1962, his birthday is Herschel Walker.
I know the name.
He was like big time Heisman Award, all the way through college. Great athlete, NFL player. I think he ended his career at the Cowboys.
Okay.
But he was also in the Winter Olympics as the pushing man for the bobsleigh.
Oh shit!
And then he got signed to Strikeforce.
Oh really?
He went to Strikeforce Miami. Yeah. He's like an all rounder.
Fucking hell!
Massive dude.
Absolute fucking hero.
And I'm pretty sure he's a dirty atheist who came from nothing and will descend into nothing, and nothing is worthwhile. Brian Cox.
Oh yeah,
it's all just dust in the stars. And then a legend.
Makes some good TV though.
Yeah. No, because it makes some sleepy TV. And then you go to the star, and the stars are so big. If you put a tennis ball on your table, you run forever. It's all right, nice one. Yeah, another possible Catholic, Ronan Keating. Big Catholic vibes.
For being Irish.
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon he's sold to the BBC Devil, bruv.
Yeah, true.
Comes from
He's on them fake ones.
Comes with all sorts of Savile worship.
Yeah, he's a Savile boy. But he did have a song talking to a chick saying, "You say it best when you say nothing." That's some Timothy shit right there. Also, shit day to be a Bishop of Durham.
Why's that?
Same day, once in 1195 and once in 1311. Yeah, they died.
Why? How?
I didn't really look into it. I saw that and I was like, that's enough. 2 at once. That's going on the court balls. Yeah. Hugh de Pusset and Anthony Beck.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, bad day for them.
If you were that bishop every year, you must be shitting it on that day.
Yeah, Bishop of Durham is just like, no, don't worry, no mass today, boys. I'm just going to lay down in this cell.
I'm going to stay inside.
I think it's time for prayer in that big iron box I've got. What are the guards up to? They want to watch the doors, maybe, It's also... Oh, it's not the Royal Marine... it's not the Marine birthday, United States Marine. It's their first ever amphibious landing.
Oh, go on.
Which is kind of what being a Marine's all about.
That is what being a Marine's all about.
1776, the Battle of Nassau.
Oh, shit, they were fighting in Nassau in pirate lands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pirate episode callback. And then we got 1875. Yeah. First ever ice hockey game is recorded in the Montreal Gazette.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Imagine, I was just like... I thought that was interesting, like ice hockey. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, what a funny sport.
I love it. I think it's great.
It is an awesome sport, but I mean, like, that long ago, they got ice skates and sticks and pucks, and they're like, I've got an idea, boys.
Let's have it in the...
I reckon the goalies got fucking killed back then.
Yeah.
Before all the armour and everything.
Them pads.
Yeah. Just trying to catch it, like, fuck, bash!
Yeah, definitely ended up with a few dead chavvies. Do you reckon they used a puck all the way back then?
Yeah, it must have been something. Might have been a fucking nice flat rock.
Be. Yeah.
Oh, even harder puck.
Oh.
But the guys wouldn't have been as strong, would they?
Nah.
It's all relative. It's like your ability to give concussion.
Do you reckon they had the scrap rules back then?
Yeah, I reckon it was mostly scrap. That's what it was all about. They just scrap. There's no sticks. Yeah. The puck's just like freewheeling. No one touches it. It just slides up and down just in case.
Almost like on an air hockey table.
Yeah, it's just floating around. That'd be cool if air hockey was invented before actual hockey. It wasn't, by the way, but that'd be a nice fact. Feel free to use it to full blonde women. Also, the Rodney King beating.
Oh shit!
Yeah, March 3rd.
They all just fucking sat down and beat him up. Yeah. I know the video.
Yeah.
Of course, the LA riots. They beat him up on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like it was like an amateur footage, wasn't it? They released it to the news, and then everyone got big mad.
Yeah, big mad. It was a pretty horrific video, though.
Yeah, it was excessive force for sure.
Yeah.
But was he resisting? I don't know.
I don't know how much resisting you can do when you're curled up in a ball along the roadside.
Yeah. And this made him scared to fucking get OJ for murdering that woman.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Glove didn't fit.
Don't pull him over yet.
There's also World Health Organisation's Hearing Day.
Oh, is it?
So take that, you deaf bastards, if you're listening. And World Wildlife Day, I think.
Oh, nice.
That was a bit of a brief one for March 3rd.
Yeah.
And obviously same time period as, so refer to 11th century notes from the other one.
We'll just talk about the 11th century.
People crusading hard, Byzantines.
That's it.
Seljuk Turks.
People running about in chainmail.
Islam's still going at the maths.
But yeah,
China's going at the science.
Yeah, the Sunni and the Shiites have fucking fallen out in favour with each other.
Fujiwaras in
Japan. Yeah.
Schisms.
All sorts of religious schisms.
Isms.
Where we left off in Crusades as well, bruv. The boys are deep in their quest.
Yeah, boy.
Peter the Hermit had taken the People's Crusade across the first in a helpful mess of a crusade.
Yeah. They kind of fucked it. They had a really bad PR campaign starting out.
And that sort of helped them. Because
followed a goose halfway through France.
Had a little Jenny. Did a little programming in Germany. Something in the water and all that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had a little smash up of the you-know-who's.
Got mashed up as soon as they started fighting the Turks. But that helped, like we said, when the Crusaders finally got over.
Yeah.
Because the Seljuk Turks were like, who cares?
That's a cool technique, but if it didn't cost human life. Yeah. Like, send a couple pussies and they won't take us serious and we'll get further.
Yeah, totally.
We're not pussies, just emaciated people that have never been in the desert before.
And then, obviously, the nobles made it to Constantinople. The fellowships formed there, bruv.
Yeah, boy.
We got, this is our crew. We got with us, we got Dick Hugh. Remember
yeah,
Dick
boy,
Hugh?
Hugh the Dick.
That's it. He's the French king's brother. He's a bit of a dick.
He's a dick.
Anti-Pope Godfrey.
Yeah, cool name.
Yeah.
Not such a cool.
He hates the Pope.
Did all right there, didn't he?
He's doing all right. He's doing pretty
going
good.
Well.
He hates Islam. Loves Jesus. He's here for a good time and a lot of glory.
Nice.
We got his brother Baldwin.
Yeah, he's fucking absolutely fucking snitched out. Gone and got in the big T-shirt.
That's it.
Isn't part of the crusade anymore. He's like, I'll just stay here.
I'm Count of Odessa now.
Odessa, that's it. I keep trying to call it Aleppo.
Oh yeah, well that is a place, but I don't. It's not the right place.
It's like Syria.
But yeah, his brother, his brother Baldwin at this point, he's already left the Fellowship. He's on his own little side quest. He modded into a main quest. He's the King of Odessa or the Count of Odessa, and that's the First Crusade estate.
Oh yeah, true. It
Which
would be,
pretty cool.
That kind of because he's the Armenian king.
Yeah,
gives him the right to Jerusalem eventually, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. We got Bohemond, Prince of Taranto, absolute man lad.
Beaumont is a fucking boy.
So far, he's the geezer fixing all the problems.
Beaumont.
I don't know.
French name, mad lad.
Absolute mad lad. He's actually Sicilian Norman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Beaumont.
Oh shit.
He hates the Byzantines, as we remember.
Yeah, is he the one that convinced him to fuck off?
No, he would have been. No, that was Stephen when he.
Oh, Stephen's.
No. Beaumont convinced him to fuck off
and then
as well.
said they were traitors, so he didn't have to follow their charters ananymore.
That's it. So he can start taking cities. The oath doesn't matter anymore.
They're like, sweet, give me back the treasure then.
Yeah.
I spent it.
I spent that whole room. He got given a whole room of treasure too.
Oh yeah, he was the one that had to double convince.
Yeah.
So make me the boss of all bosses.
Yeah, and they were like, how about more treasure?
How about the bling of all blings?
How about you have the slickest tabard out of everyone on the battlefield?
Yeah.
So, he championed some of the biggest moments of the Crusade. The Wagon Circle.
Oh, yeah.
He was in charge of that.
Yeah, true. He called them to circle up the wagons.
That's it.
Shield wall.
He led the battle at the Battle of Lake Antioch. Last episode subject. And he's actually the dude who bribed the geezer and got chatting to the geezer to get him inside Antioch.
Yeah, he's a boy, actually.
Isn't he?
He's pretty good.
Bohemond, mad lad. Absolute mad lad, bruv. And by a serious bro deal with all the princes, Antioch's now his, arguably.
Yeah.
Because remember he said to me, he's like, whoever comes up with a plan to get in gets the city.
After he'd already spoke Greek, I bet.
Yeah.
He's like, alright, so whoever invades gets it. Yeah, sweet. Alright, anyway.
We got, he brought his nephew along, Tancred, as well, if you remember.
Yeah, he was actually alright as well.
Yeah, he was knocking about with, what's his name? Baldwin, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah,
Baldwin gypped him over.
Him a bit, left him outside, his boys got mullered.
That's it.
Yeah, so Baldwin, how about you sleep outside for a night? How do you feel about that?
Fuck this.
Left him quaking in his boots, and he was like, fuck this, I need a triple XL t-shirt real quick.
And an old king.
Yeah, a real old one. That likes the taste of like suspiciously chemically wine.
And then we got Raymond Old Dog.
Yeah, the old dog Raymond. One eye.
One eye. Wants to die in the Holy Land. He thinks he's the leader of the crusade because Bishop Adamar's knocking about with him.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Adamar's
legit.
Also a boy, stopped people retreating, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And Raymond's also got the biggest army as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
also he's
another
actually
reason.
like, he had the what's it? He got the rules from the Pope, didn't he?
That's it.
But it's like, you take the bishop and we'll see.
Yeah. And then lastly, we got Robert of Flanders. Byzantines and good boy.
Yeah.
A little bit of a snitch to the Byzantines, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he dragged along Robert of Normandy, William the Conqueror's son.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
But his stepson, Stephen, no, his son-in-law,
Stephen came along, but he's a dickhead.
Yeah, you even fucking deterred a relief force.
Well, that's it. So especially as well, if we got to think it this way, right? Where we left off, they just got into Antioch, right? And if you remember, when Stephen fucked off, he did exactly like he said. When he fucked off, he crashed into a Byzantine army on the way home and went, "No, all hope's lost back there.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I saw a meteor.
Yeah, it. There's earthquakes.
There's steamed hams. There's Aurora Borealis."
And because of that, the Byzantine army said, "Oh, all right then," and they fucked off back to Constantinople.
Yeah.
So now the Crusader boys have just taken Antioch, and they know there's a bigger army of Turks coming, and their backup's no longer turning up either.
Yeah.
Fucked it, bruv.
But at least there's loads in Antioch. In what's it called?
Well,
wherever the Byzantines went back to.
In Constantinople.
Yeah, at least no one's been hurt there yet.
Yeah, no one's going to get hurt there in the First Crusade.
Yeah, so they might steam up in the end. I don't know.
We'll see.
I only watched Kingdom of Heaven. That's my whole. That's my whole information.
And that's
on the
Second
subject.
Crusade. The First Crusade ain't even about in that one.
Is that the second one? Is it?
That's the second.
They went
Crusade.
through some Baldwins.
Yeah, they went through a fair few Baldwins, bruv.
Good.
So yeah, Beaumont, like I said, mad lad. He hatched the plan to get the boys in, and if you remember as well, inside Antioch, even though the city's walled off, there's a fort inside the city, up in the mountains of the city.
Yeah, they still haven't broken the citadel.
Yeah, and the citadel was sitting up in the fortress inside all the fucking...
There's a big pile of sticks, and they're trying to burn Faramir.
And the leader of the garrison's just sitting up there going mad, bruv. But yeah, so after 3 days in Antioch, they're almost out of food, bruv. After only 3 days.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, they had been hungry for a while.
They have, haven't they? These been some hungry boys walking in the desert for most of this crusade.
They're all just queued up at the fucking drive-through. 24 hour.
And for 4 straight days, the Turks just assaulted the walls. Just whole non-stop, 4 days, just going at the walls. And the Crusaders had to hold it while starving off for 4 days. And Beaumont, the mad lad, was actually absolutely desperately racing between containing the Turks in the citadel up in the mountains and trying to hold the walls at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah, bruv. Anti-Pope Godfrey, he's rallying troops down at the ramparts, getting all the boys pumped up. The Turks are to start attacking in waves to keep the forces fresh, so they'd like get fresh forces, while the Crusaders are just saying the same geezers on the walls, just back and forth. After 4 days of vicious combat, the Turks decide, what the fuck are we doing? These guys are getting hungry. Let's just starve them out.
Yeah.
Let's just wait.
We've seen a siege before.
Yeah.
Let's winter these hoes.
Starvation sets in and Crusader morale begins to drop, bruv. Things start to look bleak.
Yeah.
Ain't looking good for the boys. Now on 10th of June, 1098, another scraggly religious Peter turns up.
Oh shit, different Peter.
Different Peter.
Not the hermit.
Not the hermit. Peter the Hermit's still about, but now this geezer, a mystic named Peter Bartholomew, turns up. And he claims to have had a vision of St. Andrew telling him where the lance of Longinus or Longinus is.
Oh shit.
The spear of destiny, the holy lance that supposedly pierced Christ's side. And apparently it was buried under the St. Peter's Cathedral in Antioch.
Ooh.
So the Crusaders start to dig a big hole in the floor of St. Peter's Cathedral. The mystic jumps down into the pit, and lo and behold, he finds a random fucking hunk of iron that looks a bit like a spear.
Shit.
He says, I got it, boys, this is it. I fucking found it. Beaumont and Tancred, like some mad lad and his nephew are like, what the fuck, bruv? The fuck this geezer's on about? They're sceptical. Bishop Adamar, he's not having it because he's like, we've got one of them in Rome. Fuck off.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they've already got the relics.
But the ordinary soldiers,
At least his hearts and minds.
Yeah, they're absolutely pumped. And Raymond Old Dog declares it a sign that they'll prevail inside Antioch.
Yeah, boy.
18 days later, 28th of June, food's running low. The Crusaders ain't got a choice, bruv. They got to sally on out. They got to rally on out. They got to go full Helm's Deep outside the gates of Antioch.
Ooh.
It's been 18 days. They're starving. They found a pointy bit of iron. That's all they got.
They should have used it for the Eucharist. If there's Christ's blood on it, give it a little.
Let's make crackers out of it.
Yeah, there'll be some bread somewhere. It's the bread of life.
So they're going out full ride or die, motherfuckers. This is it.
Nice.
We're just gonna have to do it. But they're carrying the lance of Longinus. What? How do you say it? Longinus. Longinus.
I don't know.
They're carrying the spear of destiny. But without the spear of destiny in their favour, these men were going to be doomed. It is proper Helm's Deep. They're going out to die, bruv. Proper.
There's a bit of that on Kingdom of Heaven as well. You enjoy that.
Nice. So the Crusaders let out a great yell as they march off out of the gates. They yell, Deus Vult.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. They charged the vastly superior Turkish force, 6 columns of men each, led by one of the lords of the crusade, poured out of the city gates and slammed into the Turkish line. Later, soldiers will speak of having seen the saints, George, Mercurius, and Demetrius, riding amongst them, carrying banners of white riding steeds like snow.
Yeah, boy.
So they all had visions of fucking saints riding alongside them.
Shit.
But that's like their Gandalf, innit? Coming down from the 100%. Mountain, just having visions of these saints riding alongside them, bruv. They fought the Turks. Until the Turks lit a great fire to drive them back. But then the fucking Crusaders start jumping over the fire and riding through the fire.
Yeah, boy.
And fighting through the fire, bruv.
This is some fucking Christianity right here,
and
boy.
And they're like vastly ridiculously outnumbered.
More than 12 to 1.
More than 12 to 1. And more than the Battle of Late at Antioch. And what's funny about that, with against this, the Seljuk leadership, not seeing the full onslaught on the front lines, send their infantry towards the retreat. The retreating horse.
Classic.
Sorry, the cavalry come in, start fucking up the Turkish horsemen. The Turkish horsemen start retreating. The Seljuk Turks send the infantry in.
Trample the infantry.
Yeah, and so it's a mess.
They weren't the best military leaders, were they? They've done this twice now.
Yeah, in the same area.
Yeah,
both in Antioch.
They ain't no Saladins.
No, not yet. And then after that, the Turks get embarrassed as fuck and they fucking flee.
Yeah, just fucking ran straight into a horse dog. Let's go.
This ain't looking good for us.
Yeah.
After that, Raymond Old Dog and Beaumont Mad Lad immediately begin to just fucking bicker inside the walls of Antioch about who gets to keep it.
Fucking gay.
They just start arguing, bruv.
They didn't see the saints, obviously.
Beaumont, so Mad Lad, he eventually wins out after months and months of arguing, while the Crusaders languished in Antioch, though.
Just fucking starving.
I'm sure they were probably getting supplies from the Byzantine eventually.
Oh, yeah, once they pushed the Turks back, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. During that time, Dick Hugh, French king brother, was sent off to talk to the Byzantine Empire about rejoining the Crusade.
Okay.
But Hugh was a dick, because he's Dick Hugh.
Yeah.
And when he got to the Byzantine Empire, they just dismissed him. They were like, we're not fucking sending more reinforcements. We're done with that shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bruv.
Oh, because they've already cut the treaty off, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah. And after that, Hugh decided, fuck all this then, and he returned back to Europe himself.
Oh, fuck's sake,
rejoin the Crusade. But apparently he was mocked for the rest of his life for this.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah.
I'd mock it. All the peasants like ploughing his land, like, you fucking mincer, ain't ya? Scared of a bit of Turk, was ya? Get a funny belly over in Antioch.
As well, during the months spent sitting around Antioch, a sickness passed through the camp, and Bishop Adhemar took ill and died.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole crusade lost its spiritual leader.
Oh, it's a fucking bad day to be a bishop.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. On top of that, guess who sort of took over as what the spiritual leader? Peter Bartholomew.
Oh no, not the nutter with the fucking fake spear.
The nutter with the fake spear. But obviously at this point, it's proper functionally leaderless, like officially leaderless. But good old Raymond Old Dog decides that he possessed the Holy Lance and thus he should be leader. So he gets the boys moving again.
Yeah, at least he's got the old fucking motivation, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's it. He said himself he wants to die in the Holy Land.
Oh yeah,
That's his plan. Die where his eye came out. November 1098. One of the grimmest moments in the Crusade, bruv. The siege of the city of Murat. After massacring the local population, while Beaumont, Mad Lad, and Raymond, Old Dog, after they took the city of Murat, what do you think these two boys decided to do again?
bicker.
Fucking
losers.
They had a massive argument for ages about who owned the place, and the Crusaders were reduced to such a state of hunger that even Western chroniclers, talking to Paul, tells about them roasting and boiling dead Turks to eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Crusaders turned to cannibalism at this point.
You'd at least put them on a gyro, wouldn't you? You'd at least make kebab.
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But surely cannibalism's a pretty big fucking sin.
Yeah, big time.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless it's Jesus.
I'll
have to check.
It's a questionable one.
Oh, he's God, actually.
But I guess they're getting all their sins forgiven for going on the crusade. The Pope did promise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God will forgive, and if he doesn't, he's not God. Little kingdom of heaven bar for you.
But yeah, still, I don't know how they fucking managed to scope that one out. Be like, yeah, it's all right, lads.
Yeah, it's violence to a dead body, isn't it?
Innit?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Not at all, bruv. At this point, you could argue that the First Crusade turned entirely satanic.
Kind of, but when you're trying to get close to Jesus, the devil will try and get to you, bro. Look at that delicious Turk just there. He's been eating pepper his whole life. He's a spicy boy.
After that, the lads also got sick of the bosses arguing and bickering, and they began saying fuck it and started tearing down the walls of the city themselves.
Oh, fuck.
Just being like, you know what, fuck it all.
Yeah.
We're going to die here instead.
God wills in a minute when there's no walls. What city do you want?
Also, back then, I wonder how many people were anti-wall back then.
Anti-wall?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back then, all you wanted was to build that wall.
Or was it like fucking the Berlin Wall? You're tearing it down and kissing over the top of that.
So Raymond said, hold up, boys. I've been ordained by God to lead the crusade south towards Jerusalem. So guess what? We're going to pick this back up again. Let's get this crusade rolling again. Fuck this city.
Let's hit Jerusalem.
And they just started marching south again, bruv. Only Tancred and Robert of Normandy, William Conqueror's son, King of England's bro, agreed to follow him, though.
Okay, so they split.
Yeah. We got Raymond Old Dog with Tancred's going with him, which is weird because obviously Tancred is Beaumont's nephew.
Yeah.
And Robert of Normandy, William the Conqueror's son.
Sounds political, man.
It does, doesn't it?
It's all mixed up.
Jerusalem, during the whole crusade, though, had already been taken.
By Baldwin?
No. By the Shiites, the Shiites.
Oh, so the Muslims were already fighting amongst each other over
the Shia Fatimid of Egypt had gobbled it up while the Crusades were all up in Antioch and shit like that.
Gross.
And so the crusade actually passed through most of the countryside without incident because all the local Sunni Seljuk Turk population helped them with supplies in the hopes that the Crusaders would both leave them alone and give the Shias some fucking shit.
So you didn't even have to raid them?
Nah.
Just give them some shit from me, boy.
Yeah, that's it. So now, like, the enemy they originally went was helping them fight another enemy.
Classic.
Isn't it?
We did that in Iraq.
But Raymond decides that he needs to attack the town of Arca. He decides, nah, fuck it. I want that city. I want it to be mine.
Yeah.
Because fuck them as well. You know what I mean? And the siege for that began on 14th of February, 1099.
Nice little Valentine's Day massacre.
Yeah, bro. Meanwhile, anti-Pope Godfrey, along with Robert Flanders, the French son-in-law.
Oh, actually, all this time is like around Lent.
Yeah.
Could have been Lent, so who cares if you're starving? Get closer with God.
So yeah, now anti-Pope Godfrey, along with Robert of Flanders, who had also refused vassalage to Raymond, joined with the remaining crusade and marched south. Beaumont Adlad had originally marched out with them, so he originally came with them, but he decided, you know what, I'm going back to Antioch, because he's got to consolidate his rule, because the Byzantines are now marching on Antioch.
Oh, fuck.
So Beaumont Madlad is now pretty much out of the main First Crusade.
Yeah, it's busy.
He's got to go keep up his new city.
Shit, son.
Yeah, and he was a big one.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
he's the main dog.
Here's the thing. Tancred Madlad, the nephew, is still about.
Yeah.
So Tancred's with Raymond.
I always believed in him.
He's pretty good, isn't he? He decides to actually leave Raymond, though, and go join up with Godfrey.
Okay.
So he's down with Godfrey now. I think there's a little bit of a falling out. Because the rest of the Crusade, it sort of feels a lot like Tancred and Godfrey versus Raymond.
Oh,
There's
right.
a lot of this, like...
They've Sonny and
beefing
sheared
going on.
themselves.
They have Sonny and shared themselves as well. Now we've got our date in history, bro. 3rd of March, 1099. Ba-bow, bow. Ba-bow, bow, bow, bow. Godfrey, Robert, Tancred and Gaston all arrive at the siege of Acre.
That was all converged at the same time.
They all finally get there in
Nice.
early March. And the siege was going pretty shit. The boys were getting hungry, and they don't seem to be finding a way to squirrel all the way in, bruv.
No one speaks Greek anymore.
Nah, that's it. They ain't even got fucking Beaumont to sort them out a plan.
Yeah.
They got nephew Beaumont, they got Tancred, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
Time will tell.
That's it. This is when Peter Bartholomew, you know, the geezer who found the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
This is when he sparks up. He said, I've had a vision from God, and I know why this siege ain't going well, because about 2,000 of you geezers are fucking lame, and we got to sacrifice you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he says 2,000 of you geezers. And of course, no one was happy with that, bruv.
Yeah, no, Jesus is the last sacrifice.
Everyone...
That's the whole point.
Everyone disliked that, bruv. A clergyman of Godfrey's army, anti-Pope Godfrey's army, basically challenged the mystic monk to the mystic to like a monk off,
Nice.
and the mystic agreed to undergo an ordeal by fire. And if God protects me and survives, we got to kill them 2,000 boys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bruv.
Oh, what were their names in the Old Testament?
So he ends up running through a giant like fire gauntlet, like a fucking big passage of fire, while screaming, and he makes it out the other end alive.
But burnt.
But there's a
Bit
gang
frazzled.
of dudes waiting for him.
Yeah, they push him back in. Like, fuck all
They
this.
beat the shit out of him. They beat him to death.
Hello, my name's Fire. Contract.
So after that, I guess 2,000 dudes are safe, and Peter Bartholomew is no more.
Sweet.
By 13th of May, they actually end up saying, fuck this siege, because they don't capture anything.
Yeah, it's not worth it anyway.
Yeah, they just fuck off and
We
leave
want
that city.
Jerusalem.
That's it. Why are they even bothering? Do you know what I mean? Some people think it's because Raymond wanted to take Tripoli.
Ah, yeah, that
And
would
he
have been a
saw
nice
Acre
little
as a
bit.
little stepping stone to Tripoli.
Yeah.
Because remember, everyone's after they broke the deal with the Byzantines, everyone's trying to get their own land and kingdoms now.
Yeah.
Beaumont managed to get Antioch. Of course, Raymond's going to get jealous and want fucking Tripoli. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tripoli's a banging city as well.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
trade and everything.
Raymond, Old Dog's credibility at this point, obviously that had come from possessing the lance. And now since the lance is sort of no longer considered sacred, bruv, anti-Pope Godfrey sort of took over. And he said, lads, we need to keep going south to Jerusalem.
Yeah. What's the desert version of cabin fever? I feel like everyone's got a little bit of that.
Well, saying that, do you want to know Godfrey's bit, what he does right now? He takes off his shoes and starts walking towards Jerusalem.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit of cabin fever, a little bit of mirage fever,
Yeah.
desert fever. I don't know what it's called. Just going loco, bruv.
Yeah, going loco.
Just going mental in the desert.
Going full Mojave's son.
June 1099. Tancred Mad Lad. We're going to call him that now because he's Mad Lad's nephew.
Yeah.
Tancred Mad Lad does a little side quest. He pops over to Bethlehem real quick.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
You know what I mean? He pops over there to conquer it.
Oh.
And he takes it. Talking of conquering Bethlehem, I don't know why this just popped up, but I was watching a documentary about the First Crusades the other day.
Mm.
I think it was yesterday, and it ended up being a documentary about all the Crusades. So it was only a little bit on the First Crusades. I was like, all right, whatever. And it was I was sick of watching like ones just about battles.
Yeah.
YouTube ones made. I was like, no, I want to watch like I don't know, like an old TV networks one.
Yeah.
So I searched BBC Crusades documentary. I put it on and I was like, I recognise this voice. I'm sitting there listening. Where do I recognise this voice? Suddenly the presenter and the narrator comes on screen. It's a fucking documentary of Boris Johnson.
No way.
Our ex-Prime Minister, bruv, doing an entire documentary about the Crusades.
Yeah.
It was almost unbearable because he was just such a cunt.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he's too fucking toffee, isn't he? It's like he's putting it on.
Yeah,
It's like me doing an impression of a rich guy.
Yeah.
Sword.
But yeah, it just shocked me, bruv.
Yeah,
It just shocked me.
Yeah, because he was a journalist first, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
Shit house before that.
He was a cunt most of his life, all his life,
And
I'd
then a
say.
warmonger after that, which we learned on February 9th, actually, from Putin himself.
Yeah, it's true. So,
And everyone was shocked, like we haven't been saying it for like 3
We've
years.
been saying it since that happened. Do you know what I mean? Fucking ludicrous.
So fuck Boris Johnson.
Yeah, fuck Boris Johnson and G.
It's the moral of the story.
But yeah, so Tancred comes back from conquering Bethlehem. June 12th, the Crusaders finally make it to Jerusalem.
Yeah, boy.
But by this point, bruv, the Crusaders in tatters.
Yeah.
12,000 men are left. 1,500 cavalry remain. Baldwin, remember Baldwin?
Yeah, is he coming up from fucking Armenia or what?
He's up in Odessa doing his own thing.
Fucking pussy hole.
Dick Hugh, French king, he's abandoned the crusade. Beaumont, mad lad, he's all Antioch.
Yeah, he's gone Antioch.
Up in here, kidnapped that fool. But yeah, he's dealing with the Byzantines. They're done with the whole thing.
Yeah,
In fact, they're looking to go take Antioch off of Beaumont.
yeah.
Stephen, if you remember Stephen,
He's pussied out. He's
He's
getting
pussied
teased
out.
by his fucking serfs.
that's it. There's not really a lot of Crusaders left to do the besieging
Yeah.
of Jerusalem.
And the spear was a lie.
The spear's a
Everyone's
lie.
disheartened.
That's it. To add to this, the Fatimid forces holding the city had also poisoned all the nearby wells and scorched the earth around Jerusalem.
Oh, rat bastards.
That's it.
At least they have a fair fight.
At least give us a scrap of food, bro.
Yeah, you
It's
know.
a desert after all.
Just water.
Just a cup of, bro.
It's a human right.
So the Crusaders were also rapidly succumbing to thirst and hunger again. Sort of the theme of the Crusades, bruv.
Yeah.
Hungry boys. Getting real hungry most of the time. The remaining princes decided they'd have to take Jerusalem by assault or not at all.
Yeah, fuck salt. No thirst I am.
There's no way they could maintain a siege.
Yeah.
Like, no way.
You're just going to have to blow through the front door.
Yeah, just blast it. But the scorched earth on the surrounding countryside had been stripped bare. There was no lumber to build siege towers.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Or scaling ladders. They didn't even have shit to build scaling ladders.
Fuck all, nothing long enough.
Absolutely nothing, bro.
Trees don't get big in the desert.
Nah.
Shit, son.
You're absolutely fucked from it, aren't you?
Yeah, trying to climb the wall with half a cactus.
An armadillo.
Yeah, I've got an idea. Let's just pile all our armour in front of it.
We fucking got rid of our armour and the man.
Nah, fuck! It's in the bad Taurus.
The bad Taurus. Oh man, these guys ain't having good luck on this entire First Crusade.
They're not.
There's
no such thing as luck if you're a true Christian.
The whole thing seems to have just been a bit of a mess, bruv.
But maybe it's like a test of their faith.
You know what I mean?
So I keep thinking.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What about all that bickering? That ain't
It's just
been good.
checking.
Bickering that caused cannibalism.
Yeah. There's got to be one good one there.
You know,
There's got to be one little fucking Orlando Bloom knocking about.
I don't feel any of them, any Orlando Blooms at the moment, bruv. Even the most, well...
Nephew of Mad Lad.
Yeah, he's like Tancred. He's sort of having like his started from the bottom, now he's here story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He started as a young nephew.
Yeah, everyone was already up thinking, I'm going to get so many kingdoms.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking, I could get a kingdom.
He's thinking, I'll come along with my uncle. My uncle's doing this quest. I go on uncle's quest, meets all these knights, starts coming up himself, goes on off on a little side quest with some geezer who thought was well alright.
Yeah.
It turns out he was a rat bag who liked baggy t-shirts.
Oh yeah, the baggy t-shirt rat bag. He's really let us all down. He's a
Hasn't he,
disgrace to the name King Baldwin.
Isn't he? Isn't he?
I bet he had all of his face as well.
Just the way he did Tancred's boys like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. So yeah, Tancred's probably is the little Orlando Bloom of this of the First Crusade, bruv.
And he's young, good looking.
Yeah, you know. Bit of an arsehole though, apparently.
Yeah, up his own arse.
No, just an arsehole, just like really...
Just in general.
Just a horrible geezer. Bit shrewd in that, because he was brought up as a monk, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's educated, everyone's jealous.
Yeah. Apparently he's a bit of an arsehole.
Orlando Bloom was a blacksmith, so...
Oh, was he?
He's the opposite. He was like down to earth.
Down to earth, proper geezer.
But at least he's got some holy knowledge, old Tancred.
Yeah, he's going to be proper pious about things, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to know what he's up to.
He's used to like not eating that much.
Yeah. Reading, so he can actually read.
Yeah.
Which probably a lot of these geezers can't.
Passing notes and everyone's like, what the fuck does that say? He's tried to get a fucking coup going for ages. Mutiny or...
What even are these squiggles, bruv?
Tick yes or no.
They start putting crosses in and everything. I don't know what you fucking mean. Yes or no? On the 17th of June, 1099, a group of Genoese ships arrive at a nearby port and save the day. The Genoese agreed to dismount their ships and bring the timber as quickly as possible to Jerusalem. On 8th of July, the Crusaders' morale was raised when the priest, Peter Desiderius...
taught everyone how to eat timber. Just gnaw on it, boys.
Like beavers.
Sustain you.
You ever seen a beaver, lads? He claimed to have had a divine vision of Adamar of Lipui, instructing them to fast and then march in a barefoot procession around the city walls, after which the city would fall, following the biblical story of the Battle of Jericho.
Yeah, boy.
So they fasted for 3 days, and then on July the 13th, the siege towers begin to rise. The assault on Jerusalem began. The Crusaders split into two forces, one led by Raymond Old Dog, the other on the opposite side of the city, led by Anti-Pope Godfrey and Tancred.
And they're just barefooting it.
Yeah, Godfrey's just
got a circle pit going.
He did. I wonder if he put his shoes on by now.
Yeah.
As Raymond
how hot that sand would have been.
Oh, fucking scorching, bro.
Yeah,
it's like running on a hot beach for the first time.
Yeah.
Firing arrows at the same time.
That's the fastest I ever run. I got off a boat onto this beach. It was fucking sweltering in Greece. I was just like, whoa! Just like running everywhere. Like, we're going to die! It doesn't stop.
That's why you just wanted to get up on the castle, bro. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Gives you climbing skills.
So as Raymond Old Dog's tower began to roll forward, it was battered and nearly destroyed. And so Raymond's assault failed, bruv.
Oh, fuck. All that boat wood.
That's it.
We could have just gone somewhere with food. Like wintered for a week or two.
Yeah, and then come back.
Yeah, fuck.
But anti-Pope Godfrey and nephew Tancred had been far more slick, bruv. The night before the siege, when they were erecting their tower, they noticed that the garrison in front of them in the wall started like fucking heavy loading up. So the night before the siege, they moved their siege tower. They did a little sneak in the night.
Faint jab.
Which you got to be a dumb fucking geezer, Egyptian geezer behind the walls if you're not noticing a siege tower move at night.
Just like a Baldwin slept through the massacre, the cunt.
Yeah, that's it. These are some like deep sleeping dudes back then.
Yeah,
nobody's waking up.
There's no alarm clocks, was there? It was all on the rooster, and you'd be tired, bro.
Oh yeah,
all that shit you do all day.
Yeah, not eating anything.
Yeah,
because it's siege.
Yeah,
you've got dudes just
you're
camping.
Hungry.
Yeah,
and all your water comes out of a well. You got to pump it with like a.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely terrible, bro.
Oh, they're all fucked. They're sleepy boys.
Proper sleepy boys. Tired. Big tired.
Yeah.
Always big tired. Yeah, so when the assault began, the section of the wall they did end up attacking was completely unprepared for him, bro.
Oh, nice.
Still, the fighting swayed back and forth. For 2 days, the Crusaders assaulted the walls, and for 2 days they were held back. Raymond Old Dog lost all his siege weapons by the end.
Oh,
everything
fuck.
he built. But at last, Godfrey's tower reached the wall. Tancred claimed to be the first crusader inside Jerusalem.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, bruv.
Well, he's the only one that could write. Yeah, it was me.
I made it.
Send this back to Aleppo.
Then just a sloppy mess of a brawl breaks out. No tactics, just scrapping once they get over the wall. And the great gates of Jerusalem are opened, and now with forces pouring in from all sides, the Muslim defenders broke and fled into the city. Victorious, the Crusader army began the biggest massacre the Holy Land had ever seen.
Shit, son.
Men
to that point.
Men, women, yeah, check it out nowadays. Men, women, and children were slain as they ran through the streets. Chroniclers described Crusaders wading ankle deep in blood.
Ooh,
that's fucking far, bruv. Through Jerusalem as they butchered all those they could find. Only the youngest of the crusading princes tried to stop the slaughter, Tancred.
Oh,
apparently there's even a moment where he
monked up.
He found a mosque and like found a few of these geezers and gave them his personal banner and was like, "Tell them you're under my fucking protection. Like, you're going to get looked after. Don't you worry about it."
Okay.
Then he left, came back, and they'd been fucking massacred. So it's just noble of him to fucking step in.
Oh yeah, the microphone doesn't really pick up shrugs.
It's noble of him to step in, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
It is. It's pretty noble, but also they're the enemy. That is the Holy Land, and you come there to do a job.
But yeah, nobody listened. The lads were a touch overexcited about pulling off the First Crusade,
Blood
bruv.
drunk.
Yeah, a little bit hyped up. On 22nd of July, a council was held in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre to establish governance of Jerusalem.
Yeah, boy.
Although Raymond Old Dog of Toulouse could claim to be the preeminent crusade leader from 1098, his support had waned since his failed attempts to besiege Acre and create his own realm. This may have been why he piously refused the crown, but the reason he says he refused it was it can only be worn by Christ.
Yeah, boy. I was gonna say, like, I was waiting for my moment. There's only one king.
That's what Raymond said. Others people think it might have been his way of trying to persuade people, like, no one should take it.
Yeah.
But Godfrey didn't feel like that way.
So no, this is a waiting game. You've read the book, bro.
Yeah, Godfrey didn't feel that way. He said, "Fuck all that, bruv. I'll be the king."
Yeah.
You mad?
I came here to die, so.
Pope Urban II died on 29th of July 1099.
Oh no!
14 days after the capture of Jerusalem by the Crusaders.
Shit, the letter hadn't even got there yet.
But before the news of the event had reached Rome.
Fuck.
Yeah, bruv.
That's a bad day to die.
Isn't it? Absolutely awful for him. Isn't it? Terrible. get that. The boys finally take it. You don't even get a letter home.
Yeah.
Don't even get a letter home, bruv. But that's not the end of the First Crusade, bruv. That's not the end at all. We haven't even quite done an hour yet. I might even give a quick little. I was going to save this for another day.
Let's just do Gregorian chant for a half hour.
No, I was going to leave this to another episode, but I writing full notes of it. There was one more battle of the First Crusade, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Tancred getting hard.
It was the Battle of Ascalon. It took place on the 12th of August, 1099, shortly after the capture of Jerusalem, and it's considered like the last action of the First Crusade. Yeah. I'm
not still fucking confused about the politics.
Go on.
Why didn't his uncle come down south, or
Bam
Baldwin?
Because he was still trying to keep hold of Antioch, just in case the Byzantines turned up.
Yeah, but you got Jerusalem now. The kingdom of heaven, bro.
I guess so, but Antioch's pretty fucking sick. It's Minas Tirith.
Yeah, true. It is a good one.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you'd want it.
Yeah, you'd want to keep that.
You'd get
one,
obsessed with the Palantir up there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's it. You got that little fortress in the mountains in your own city. You'd be laughing, bruv. You'd actually be maniacally laughing, like an evil wizard up in your castle.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
Literally.
Yeah.
His nephew's lucky he wasn't there. Actually, he'd get burnt on that little altar.
yeah, he's lucky he went about, bruv. He's lucky. Tancred's doing his own thing. He eventually becomes the Prince of... what is it? The Prince of Galilee?
Galilee.
Yeah.
That's the sea.
Tancred...
That's what the sea's named after.
Godfrey of Bouillon, who becomes like the first king of Jerusalem. The king of Jerusalem. He ends up crowning Tancred the Prince of Galilee.
Oh, sick.
Which is a pretty sick title.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Prince of Galilee?
Yeah, man.
So the Battle of Ascalon is the final crusade in action. It's an army led by Godfrey, obviously the leader of Jerusalem, and he defeats and drives off the Fatimid army, securing the safety of Jerusalem. So it's him just battling the Egyptians coming in to try and take it again. Nice. Yeah, man. It's a pretty good one, you know.
Less cannibalism than we used to.
Yeah, less cannibalism. But we're talking, you know, that it was double men. There was 20,000 men on the Fatimid side. Only about 10,200 men on the fucking Crusader side. Yeah, man. Raymond was still there. Raymond Old Dog was still at the battle.
He's still knocking about. I thought he wanted to die.
About. Tancred was still there.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man.
Tancred is Orlando Bloom.
Count Thingy was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dirty dog.
Yeah. The geezer who caused a little genocide in episode 1.
Yeah.
Had a goose in his crusade. He was still about there, bruv.
He had the right idea, though. Look what happened to the Holy Land. Claimed it for themselves, forgetting about the sequel.
He didn't even bring a goose.
Oh, no goosing.
I would have felt like once I got there, if he was all right, he would have been a laugh and ordered a goose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd get a goose. He'd send someone out for a goose that looked just like it.
But yeah, it's a
goose on a donkey.
A goose on a donkey.
The ultimate symbol.
So, one of the interesting things about what happened at the Battle of Ascalon was the Crusaders actually hid or disguised how big their army was.
Oh, nice.
On August 11th, the Crusaders found oxen, sheep, camels and goats gathered there to feed the Fatimid camp, grazing outside the city. According to captives taken by Tancred, the animals were there to encourage the Crusaders to disperse and pillage the land and make it easier for the Fatimids to attack.
Yeah.
But instead, the Crusaders got all the animals, stuck them alongside their army and made a march with them.
Oh, nice.
To make it sound like there was a much larger army coming towards the Fatimids.
Everyone take your helmet off and put it on a stick next to you.
Make it stand next to the pig, bruv.
Yeah.
Fucking absolutely wild. But yeah, then it ended up being light casualties for the Crusaders and absolutely decimating the Fatimids, bruv. The battle
Fat
seems
and
to have
mid.
been over before the Fatimid heavy cavalry was prepared to even join in, bruv.
Oh, yeah,
The Fatimids didn't even get going. Al-Afadiyah and his panicked troops fled back to the safety of their heavily fortified city.
So were they the first cowboys?
Who?
The Crusaders? Were they had to march all them oxen in
Yeah, I guess.
in rank?
Yeah, in rank. I guess they technically are cowboys, aren't they?
Turned into dudes. Overnight dude up.
Yeah, Robert Tancred has ended up being like the hero of that battle as well.
He's a good lad.
He is. He ends up taking all the fucking treasures as well of the Fatimids
Yeah,
from
boy.
their camps. Tancred
What it's
fucking
all
bosses
about
it.
back in them days.
Well, yeah, if you remember, God wills it and makes us rich. Was that what
In
they
heaven.
yelled in the battle?
Yeah.
God willing, we'll be rich today.
Suckers.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the entirely end of the First Crusade.
Human nature kind of ruins everything, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Like all the arguing and bickering and treasure hunting and
Yeah.
cities
The greed.
claiming everything.
They could have all been in Jerusalem together. Instead, they're
Yeah.
all scattered.
Yeah, imagine the gang that first took off.
Yeah,
Everyone that signed the treaty, if everyone had been cool
yeah.
and stuck to the treaty.
What? Give everything back to the Byzantines.
Yeah, and then when they took Jerusalem, everyone pile up in there and be like, nah, we'll keep Jerusalem.
Ours.
Yeah.
But now you got the Crusader states. It's a pretty large area.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, but it's like it's divided, isn't it?
looks a little Palestinian if you ask me. But
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it looks a little bit like shrinking. No, the whole Holy Land. No, just these little bits.
But I think we eventually, now we've done the First Crusade, at any point we can start the Second Crusade as well, bruv.
And then we could do a Kingdom of Heaven companion episode.
Oh, we could, yeah. But we couldn't do just a Kingdom of Heaven companion episode. I feel like we'd have to do both. A Second Crusade episode and a Kingdom of Heaven
yeah.
companion. Do you know
Double
what I mean?
up. The
Not on the
AI
same
will be
day.
easy. Just turn me into Baldwin's mask.
Just put Baldwin's mask on. Yeah. Just do that photo. Yeah, bruv. Part 2 of First Crusade.
I forgot his name. Little Orlando Bloom. Tancred.
Yeah, Tancred.
He's a boy.
He is, isn't he?
He's like the only decent one, to be fair.
Yeah.
And he was monked up.
Started championing it towards the end as well. No, man, I still like Beaumont. I know he fucked off.
Who wants Antioch? Do you know what I mean?
Rappers.
Antioch.
And
Yeah.
Beaumont. He's a mad lad, bruv. He just wanted I reckon he wanted that from the beginning. 'Cause remember, he was always attacking Byzantine lands before
Oh,
the
yeah,
Crusades, 12
true.
years before.
Yeah, he'd already had beef.
Yeah, so I reckon he just saw Antioch and was like, that's my prize.
Yeah.
I doubt he was even that religious.
Oh, shit. Yeah, maybe. That
Tancred,
was the
though.
problem.
That's the reason he probably stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's probably how his uncle managed to persuade him along. Oh, you're into that,
Or he
Jesus.
was on one of them like sightseeing tours. It's like Bethlehem. Then we're going to go Galilee.
I reckon that's how his uncle got him to come along, though. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
Tancred, you like that Jesus geese, all right? You like that
Yeah.
Jesus stuff? I'm going on a wicked holiday with the boys. You're going to see some stuff you're going to fucking love.
Yeah, that
Ignore
was
the
it.
cannibalism, but...
Yeah. Well, I didn't know back then. It's going to be a massive piss up. We're just going to march straight through the desert, see all the sights.
Someone's bringing a goose, I've heard, that has been imbued by the spirit of Jesus.
Yeah. The Holy Goose. It is actually like a Holy Grail, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Monty Python film.
Yeah.
That's because they were so educated, those Monty Python boys.
Yeah,
They would have
are.
known all this fucking crazy shit.
Oh, yeah, they would have known about the goose and shit.
Someone's got coconuts. The barefoot guy walking there.
The First Crusades was a bit of a joke, bruv. All the Crusades are. And to think as well, that's the only reason I say that is because this First Crusade is considered the most successful one.
Yeah.
And how much of a ridiculous joke has it been? Try and do trial by fires and then getting beat down.
Yeah, is literally just like fucking
mayhem.
Yeah, like what's that redneck fest in America?
Yeah.
Where they're like driving fucking cars over each other and they're like, fuck yeah.
And the Bishop of Adamar being like, nah, we just got to kill Bishop of Adamar being like, all the women have got to go.
Yeah, well that's based. That does make sense. We'll stick with that one for what crusade are we on next?
It'll be the second crusade.
No, I mean in real life. Like if we were to do a crusade now, they'd call it up the 6th,
7th or 8th, possibly 9th.
We'll do it properly this time. They're fighting among themselves already.
How about trials by fires still?
Yeah, once like
we still do trials by fires in this
depends
new crusade?
on who. We'll do it on the remaining Israelites.
Kill 2,000 geezers because they're just bad.
Yeah, if you're the chosen people, you'll make it straight through this fire. And then the Shias and Sunnis will be fighting on the border anyway.
Yeah.
Easy work, light work. We're going to ignore Antioch.
Oh, I don't know. Have they still got the walled city?
No, they got like rubble on a mountain.
Fuck it, I'll have it.
Rebuild it.
I'll have it.
We'll bring ourselves some Mexicans.
Yeah.
They're like pious Catholics most of the time.
Yeah. They'll love a bit of Antioch.
Yeah. We'll get like US Marine Mexicans that are Catholic.
Oh yeah, that's another thing as well. I didn't mention in episode 1, which I should, the first episode of the Crusade. Do you remember Matey with the goose who had a couple little genocides?
Yeah.
When he rallied his boys as well, he actually originally told them, "Oh yeah, no, I've had a divine message from God. I'm not going to Jerusalem. I'm going to take Constantinople, motherfuckers."
Oh shit! Nice.
Which he obviously never did. But
nah. What a shame.
He's also a bit, I won't say an unsung hero because he did some horrific shit, but he was certainly an unsung character of the First Crusade.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the fact that he survived the whole thing. Yeah, he survived
the whole thing from the People's Revolt all the way up. Well, People's Crusade. All the way up to the end.
Yeah. Made it to Jerusalem.
I want to do like the in-betweener research now. Like how did Baldwin get like kingship? How did it all turn out between the Crusader states?
Yeah, that you can do it. There's I've got something to send you. You'll enjoy. It's a good one. Nice little.
Better not be a fucking Boris Johnson documentary.